break, I have a couple questions for you. Who here is in high school? Okay. Who here generally knows what career path they want to go on? Okay. Who here does believe that high schools offer enough career guidance and resources to show you how to get to where you want to be? Majority of the room says no. And Neil, age 16, a 16-year-old high school student who goes to Toronto High School, felt the same way when he was asked how prepared does he feel for graduation. And he said, I don't feel prepared. And he said, I don't feel prepared to leave high school at all, in any way, shape, or form. I'm absolutely terrified of the future. And when we surveyed over 130 high school students between ages 13 to 19 in the GTA, they said that high school does not offer enough career building support. High schools are supposed to guide high school students on how to continue into their professional journey, and clearly, they're not enough. This is a real problem, and our solution is PathFinder. PathFinder is a for-profit organization that helps students build experiences, skills, and connections to achieve success. Not only do we plan to build an online platform where students can find opportunities, build skills, and make connections, but our plan is to also create a global community of educators to help support students no matter where they are and what they want to do. Let's meet the team. My name is Savar, and I'm the CEO. And I've held numerous leadership positions, and I have been working with struggling students for over 4 years.
Hello, I'm Dia. I am the COO, and I have helped coordinate a variety of successful events and have held a hand in all the operations of our growing business.
Hi, I'm Espe. I'm the marketing director, and I'm a repeated DECA finalist.
Hi, I'm Sherry. I'm part of marketing research, and I've been involved with Project Octava.
Hi, I'm Masha, and I am the financial analyst, and I helped put together the financial forecast for PathFinder.
And I'm Amy, the prototype engineer. I'm a past tech participant with experience in graphic design. So our audience would start at the landing page of our website. It includes a menu bar with bilingual language options and a drop-down linking to our mission, which is to guide students to success. And about this page that introduces our team's executives, vision, partners, and sponsors. Our statistics drop-down bar that includes our statistics, reviews, and services pages will be on the top as well. Our logo, brand name, and model, pave your own path, will also be on the page. And if you are already logged in, there are sign up and login buttons. Our design is simplistic, straightforward, and easy to navigate, introducing our audience to main areas without any confusion. Once you sign up, you're directed to the home page with a mini section to make the website easy to navigate. And notifications will remind you of any upcoming events. This is to ensure the user will always be on top of their daily schedule and won't miss any important events. The guides we provide will mainly consist of how-tos in relation to what our audience may need and can benefit from. Some topics are financial literacy, a guide to PathFinder, work permits and visas, developing skills, and more. If the user ever feels lost on what their end goal, career choices, or inner self wants, everything they could possibly need is in this guidance section. The profile featuring the user's name, age, location, grade, and bio for form will update when complete assessments or achieve your goals. The forum is a community of students and professionals for networking purposes. The user can discuss their problems or seek opportunities through this chat system. And the subsection, Your Path, includes a line that represents your path and shows your progress with stepstones, representing the steps that you have to take to reach each goal, which you can click on to elaborate what exactly it is you need to do. There will also be a badge or point system to obtain guaranteed prizes.
So now on to our competitors. Our biggest competitor is My Blueprint, which is a secondary and post-secondary planner. Our second biggest competitor is Career Precinct, which is essentially a career planner for anyone from, well, students from K to 12. As well as Eventbrite, which is essentially just a place where people can find nearby events and opportunities, as well as LinkedIn and Indeed. So why choose us? The conventional guide to high school students towards their career paths have not been working. Success is subjective, and we recognize that. We open all doors and expose our users to the opportunities they have. By combining all the information all of those listed competitors provide, we have created the ultimate career guide. One that is not only customized to the preferences of modern-day teenagers, but to the constantly changing career path of high school students.
Now, let's talk marketing. Our current target audience is 13 to 19-year-olds in the GTA. As you know, teenagers are very active in social media, so we plan to use TikTok and Instagram to attract customers and increase brand awareness. The second part of our marketing strategy is having a team of ambassadors that hold educational, hands-on workshops at high schools with the goal of promoting PathFinder and bringing our services outside the way. Each workshop will be outlining one of the guides provided on our website, including financial literacy, how to manage stress, what it takes to vote a kid out, and so much more. That last one is very important because we know Ontario high schools are receiving an influx of immigrant and international students. And one thing they really need is a guide to how this strategy works. Users do not have to pay to have access to our platform, though we'll hold events. They're for networking with entry fees for high school students to guidance for professionals in different industries and stages in their careers all throughout the year.
Okay, so now let's take a look at the company's financial situation. So there will be a need for three distinct but crucial roles, which is the developers, the webmasters, and the SEO experts. So we only really need one or two developers, and each of those developers will be paid around $62,000 every year, and the webmaster will be paid around $58,000 every year, and the SEO expert will be paid around $49,000 every year. And lastly, keeping our website on Google will be costing $49 every month. So how will we make money? So we're mostly thinking of two concepts, which is the advertisements and events/sponsorships. We anticipate on making $2,935 from advertisements in our first year, and around $40K in access to sponsorships and partnerships. Additionally, $6,250 from events in our first year, which will keep increasing in the years to come as more people will come to our events. So if we take a look at our financial forecast, we can see that there is no expenses in the first year, and that is because we will have a sponsorship called the Microsoft Reserve sponsorship, which will basically cover all our costs for the first 12 months. And that will make our estimated profit around $42,000. And in the second year, it will be around $150,000. And by the third year, we'll have like about over $1 million.
Now that you know who we are, you need to know where we plan to be. Though we're a for-profit business, during the first year, we plan investing all the money we make back into the business. This is so we can build a sustainable model and provide users with the services we promise. The money would come from a conference that we host, as well as sponsorships, advertisements, and partnerships. And most of it will go towards building the actual website with the key features, as well as building an audience. And our target user would be 20,000 by the end of year one. Our second year is more profitable. We plan to take in more money so we can build our team, improve our services, and build an app to go along with our website. We also hope to start expanding our target market beyond Ontario, and hopefully our target will go up to 100,000. Year 3 is when we hope to go global, bigger audience, better services, and more revenue. The end user goal would be 1 million, and year 4 would be the continuation of that success.
So looking at our next steps, the first step would get our initial funding from our sponsorships and organizations to help us launch. Our first investment would be hiring developers to build their website, and then when the website is functional, we'll need to find a content team to ensure we have all the resources our audience needs. All this would be for our first launch in year 1. Then our immediate next steps would be to market with social media and ambassadors.
Our vision for PathFinder is to create globally accessible services, opportunities, and a community of educators that are committed to supporting students. Help us guide our future generation to their version of success. Thank you for listening.
Hey, thanks for the presentation, and as you're looking at this, I know a lot of people, myself as a parent, who can really relate to it from another point of view of having a kid who they really love and seems to have no clue what they want to do, it seems like, from this perspective. I love your persona. You described the problem, I think, very, very well. There are a couple of other people who I keep wondering why they get left out of this. There are other users, other stakeholders in your success, right? Like parents. You talked about educators, but there are 2 things that I want to bring to light. I just want to see you win on this again. And I'm concerned about 2 things. You've left out parents on this, and you've left out industry on this. You talked about educators, and you talked about the students.
Okay.
But the 2 other big stakeholders of this are who they're being prepared for, and when they go to the marketplace, how many times do we hear that they come out not ready? And not ready for the marketplace, not ready for industry. So in terms of bringing in the stakeholders, just a suggestion. So that's comment number 1. Think about how many other stakeholders can help you win and increase the number of stakeholders that you have. So that's 1. 2, I didn't see anywhere in the presentation about how you know this will work. Can you answer that for me, please?
Okay. We surveyed students. We did a survey with over 130 responses, and we've done our research about how homeschooling has increased over 100% over the past couple of years. It's been a trend, which shows that schools just aren't offering enough for students, and parents would much rather than learn at home. And that relates back to ours, to career guidance, because back at home, again, it's just parents.
Yeah. How do you know studying from home helps PathFinder be successful? What's the connection?
Okay. So we'll know this works because a lot of businesses such as Seneca, Humber, colleges like that, Microsoft Azure, Coca-Cola, and those kind of businesses are really committed to student success, and they would sponsor us. They would, industry-wise, that's where we can get a lot of partnerships, a lot of sponsorships. And that's industry-wise. Whether students would want it is, as you saw here, about 75% of the crowd here doesn't know what they want to do, doesn't know how they're going to get there. So that shows right here. And anywhere in high school, we go to high schools, we go to different high schools, and we see in all of these and all throughout the GTA that they need support, and that grade 12s especially, they're so terrified of what they're going to do when they leave. And I've heard from so many adults, even for people in this room, that they waste years and thousands at universities because they didn't really know what they wanted to do and they just wanted to settle. And that's the problem we're trying to combat. with
I
PathFinder.
got the problem. I understand the problem. You did a great job on the problem.
Okay.
I'm interested. I want to know how PathFinder solves that problem. How do you know that this works? That's my only question. Thank you.
Great job on the presentation. What's interesting is we all have the same, oh, you want to get the answer, sorry.
Oh, okay. So how it's gonna help students? So our main competitor is My Blueprint, and that's My Blueprint and Guidance Counselors, but we based our website around what they're lacking. My Blueprint is lacking in their guide section. A big thing they're lacking is how to really find a job, because finding a job, depending on where you are, even in the GTA, is very different. And a big thing around our website is that it's customizable. We'll have algorithms, we'll have assessments that will make sure that we're guiding the student on their own path success. Our motto is pave your own path. We'll make sure that our technology allows the path that we show to be different for each student. And like as their passions change, the website will change as well with them, with assessments and the technology we'll have. And so the customizable, the personal experience is what they needed. And another big thing is that we see more and more immigrants and international students in our schools, and they don't even have visa, they can't even work here, and a lot of them are alone. And they came here for a better education, and they don't even have the basics. So that's a big thing we want to cover in our guides, and I believe that'll grab a lot of the immigrants that are coming to Canada, because that's a big thing Canada is known for. I'd say those are the top two things that would make our website something unique and that people would want.
Great questions, great presentation. What's interesting is we all come up with the same things. I wrote parents down as well, which is who is helping direct. Possibly your business should be called guidancecounselorssuck.com, because that's the problem. Ultimately, the government's paying for people to help people find the direction about finding it. But you have a group of people with an obvious problem. You actually ask the question of the entire group right here. Here's your feedback, and you got people who don't know where to go next. You got other groups of people that want to get those groups of people. Seneca, as a great example, wants people to come here and get an education. And now you got to figure out what's in the middle. So, this is exactly what he said is what I'm saying. You got to figure out where the money is in that, where the flows are, so you can save profit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Was that a question?
Nope.
That's a great presentation, and I agree. Guidance counselors were not my favorite people to go to for advice. Sometimes that information is outdated, so it is tough. But can we go back to the pricing model, actually, the financials, please? Not this one. No, that's right. How are we getting money? So, can you explain to me what YouTube ads means?
So YouTube ads would be like, before you actually go into video, there's those ads.
Yes, so you guys are on YouTube, is what you're telling me now. So, in addition to having a web application,
Yeah.
what does the YouTube content look like? I assume you're making content.
So yes, we will be making content, and a lot of our content is going to be in video format, or most of it. So we're going to upload that to TikTok and Instagram, as well as YouTube. And since YouTube has like an ad feature, we can like make money from the views we get from the content we create.
So what kind of topics?
As we said, like how to get a visa, working permits, how to handle stress, all that stuff is that we have right here.
Okay, awesome. And then businesses that can help us, is it like a referral fee? Or is it, so what I'm envisioning from what you showed us in the design is, it's like a referral platform, right? There's information that you guys have created, but there's a lot of referrals to content that's outside, right? So what I'm assuming is there's a Seneca like education open house that they'd be paying for, I assume. Or like a Microsoft opening, or Microsoft, like how to, they're trying to get through the door to show you, like, I think that Microsoft on campus at Queens, maybe would do like how to make a chatbot workshops and such.
So if that's switched, I think that could work, just like a referral base.
Yeah, and also regarding events and opportunities available.
Got it. If you had to really focus in on the top 2 that you would work on, what would they be? Because this is a lot of different ways.
So I believe the clearest part of our business that we know about right now is what we're going to do right now, the initial marketing, the initial financials and where we're going to get from. And I would say our top 2 right now that we'd focus on is sponsorships from, say, Seneca, Humber, and the Microsoft Azure that Asha mentioned. And also we would hold events once our first launch happened. For the next 6 months, we're planning to both have conferences that our users can go to, and from there we would obviously get them to sign up so they can explore it. And then we'd also have workshop in schools. We'd have school ambassadors that I believe SB mentioned. So our 2 ways would be events in schools and on our own in sponsored areas and spaces, and as well as, this is profit, right? So the events would bring in profit, and the sponsorships and partnerships would also bring in.
That's fine, yeah. And I think that what I'm getting from you is it's all encompassing. It could be an event that is sponsored by Microsoft and Seneca, right? That is the case. So I think in the future you can just kind of explain, okay, here's an example of that. This is an MVP, in addition to the virtual version. And this is a style of event we'll talk about visas. This is particularly for people coming from different countries who are going to study. That's LVs. Yeah, so, yeah.